Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahahu Kakadash, and double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone, and to the bishops and elders in Connecticut, and to the high priests, teachers that taught our apostles, and to the brothers that's out there teaching this truth, putting their lives on the line. And, this is Yah Demar from the Great Millstone, Houston camp. And I want to go into, because my last video I did, I went into, having that victory, getting that victory, in Revelations 15, chapter 15, verse 2, and I wanted to kind of like expound on that a little bit, and I went to chat with it. I kind of, went into it, but not like how I wanted to, displaying like, far as, looking at, the glass mingled with fire, I wanted to just go into it. I went into chat about it, but yeah, let's get into it. Revelations 15 and 2. And it reads, and I saw as it were a glass, Salakia, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. And them that had gotten the victory, right, over the beast and over his image and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And they got the breakdown, right? And it says, sea of glass mingled with fire. And it reads, a heavenly scene of purity, glass and judgment fire. But, it's really that glass is going to be, we in that chariot looking down and seeing, America being destroyed, right? And being judged, that's what that's going into. So, we basically being delivered from this hellhole because we didn't take the mark, we didn't worship the image or none of that, and that's what that's going into. We in them chariots. Lord willing, I hope that I am in that number, like I always say, and continuing on, them that had gotten the victory over the beast, right? And it says the elect who endure and refuse the beast system, false worship, its image and its mark, right? That sea hip with Esau Edom. These higher ups, these elites want everybody to get. Okay, when you go into Revelation the 13th chapter, the 16th verse, we are forbid to take that chip, and the elect, the elect is not gonna do it. It's already set up for them not to do it. Right? Standing on the sea of glass, in a glory exalted state before the Most High. Right, I went into that, just like I say, pretty much looking like we're gonna be in the chariot looking down, the chariot gonna have that glass that we can see, this place getting destroyed. Okay? And we gonna be exalted, Yahweh Shema Shai, most like, it's gonna be a beautiful day. I can imagine time, just imagine being in that chariot. Okay, and it reads harps of God, harps of Yahweh, symbol of praise and righteousness. They are rewarded and singing triumph. And it reads, this represents the Israelites who overcame, remaining faithful under persecution. Right? Okay. And too, I want to get into, I'm just thinking of Second Ezra's, the second chapter, like in the 40s, some being crowned, receiving those palms in their hand, right? Meaning, because the palms represent victory. And I get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna read it too. And Revelation 15 and 3. And it reads, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of Yahweh power, and the song of the Lamb, right, which is Yahweh Shai, saying, great and marvelous are thy works. Yahweh Shai power, almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Right. When they got the breakdown, let's see. Breakdown, Song of Moses ties back to Israel's deliverance from Egypt. Yeah, Exodus the 15th chapter. I did mention that Exodus, going into Exodus 15th chapter. A symbol of salvation and victory over oppressors. Yeah. Song of the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai, the salvation brought through Yahweh Shai, right? And, preaching this song too is, going into, preaching Yahweh Shai too, is also preaching his word. Together, they represent old covenant deliverance plus new covenant deliverance, both for the Most High's people. King of saints, Israelites. Psalms 148 through 14 and Psalms 50 and 5. We can get in, let's read those right quick, Okay, come on, man. Psalms, let's start at 50. Psalms 50 and 5. And it reads, Psalms 50 and 5, gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. You can go back to Exodus the 24th chapter, when Moses made that blood covenant. Let's see, let's grab that right quick. Let's see, let's go to it. I'm gonna just 24, I believe 8. No, it's 34, not 20. It's 24, not 34. And 8. And Exodus 24 and 8. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, the blood of the covenant which Yahweh had made with you concerning all these words. Right. There you go. I start up to 7. And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people, and they said all that Yahweh power, Yahweh Bashim Shai had said we will do, and be obedient. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people, and said, behold, the blood of the covenant which Yahweh Bashim Shai had made with you concerning all these words. So yeah, just, to go back to what it says in Psalms 50 and 5, gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Yeah, Salaki. So yeah, it's talking about the Israelites, the saints. And let's get Psalms 148. Salaki, 148 and 14. And it reads, he also exalted the horn of his people, right? His people. The praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye Yahweh Bashim Shai. So who are the saints? The Israelites, children of Israel, okay? So yeah, just wanted, to grab it since they brought, they mentioned it. And let's go ahead, let's go to 2nd Esdras right quick. Because the elect gonna get the victory. Okay. 2nd Esdras 2 and 40. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, started 42. Okay, 2nd Esdras 2 and 42. I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, right? And they all praise Yahweh Shema Shai with songs. Verse 43, and in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest. We know who that is. That's Yahweh Shai. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, right? And was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. See? Yeah, so Yahweh Shai, Ezra seeing Yahweh Shai crowning his men, his elect men. Okay? So I asked, verse 44, 2nd Esdras 2 and 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, right? And put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But the name of Yahweh now are they crowned and receiving palms, right? Palms, it goes into, victory, So I wanted to go into that. They got the victory already. Just gotta, to endure it. I wonder if it's gonna say. Let me see. Let me look it up. I don't know. That's all right. Palms. I said Psalms. Like I said palms. I meant to say Psalms. Palms. If I said Psalms, I meant to say palms. It's like you for that. But yeah, anyway, I just want to go into that. We just got to endure, man. Hey, the elect, not saying that I'm of the elect. I hope that I am, right? We keep doing the things as the elect, try to put our best foot forward, to do what Yahweh Shema Shai says to do, But I wanted to go back in that, the sea of glass, the elect receiving, getting that victory and overcoming the beast system, ultimately, overcoming this NWO that Esau Edom want to get up, to make, to get this chip going, to make it mandatory for people to take. When we, Lord willing, we overcome that. When we get beamed up in them chariots, man, we'll see, this place getting destroyed, and all that, that's getting that victory, and singing, harps of, singing the songs of Moses, pretty much a second Passover. That's what I want to say, Salakia. But I ain't want to rant no more. I just wanted to bring that out, I prayed that this was edifying and to the point, just hold on. We got the victory. It's already written. We just gotta play on it, play through it, So hey, till next time I want to give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahab Wakakadash. And till next time, Shalom.